NFPA 79 outlines specific color requirements for direct current conductors. All ungrounded direct current conductors must be blue. All grounded direct current conductors must be white with a blue stripe. Now consider a scenario where a grounded direct current conductor passes through a switch or device contact. The crucial point to understand is that the signal level, whether grounded or ungrounded, on the conductor remains unchanged as it passes through the switch or device. NFPA 79 primarily focuses on wire color requirements based on grounding status, not on the conductor's location within a circuit. Industry practices and code compliance typically dictate that grounded direct current conductors maintain their white with blue stripe color throughout the circuit, regardless of whether they pass through switches or devices. The white with blue stripe serves as a visual identifier, clearly indicating the conductor's grounding function. Altering the color to blue in such cases could lead to confusion and misidentification. Switches and devices are generally equipped with appropriate labels or indicators that clearly define the function of the circuits, such as grounded direct current or ungrounded direct current. Therefore, based on NFPA 79 requirements, established industry practices, and the importance of maintaining a consistent signal level indication, it is generally not necessary to change the wire color of grounded direct current conductors from white with a blue stripe to blue when they pass through a switch or device. Adhering to this practice promotes clarity and safety in electrical systems. To elaborate further, consider the implications of changing the wire color. If a grounded conductor were to change color after a switch, it would create inconsistencies in the wiring. An electrician tracing the circuit might be misled, assuming the conductor's status has changed from grounded to ungrounded. This could result in improper troubleshooting or even dangerous modifications to the system. Maintaining the white with blue stripe throughout the grounded portion of the circuit provides a clear, unambiguous visual indication of its function. The National Electrical Code, or NEC, also plays a role in this understanding. While the NEC does not specifically dictate direct current wire colors in the same way as NFPA 79, it emphasizes the importance of clear and consistent identification of conductors. Changing the color of a grounded conductor mid-circuit could be interpreted as a violation of this principle, as it introduces a potential source of confusion. Let's consider a practical example. Imagine a 24 volts direct current control circuit in a piece of industrial machinery. The grounded side of the 24 volts direct current power supply is connected to a white with blue stripe wire. This wire runs to several different components in the circuit, including relays, switches, and sensors. If the wire color were to change to blue every time it passed through a switch contact, the circuit would quickly become a confusing mess of different colored wires. It would be difficult to trace the circuit, troubleshoot problems, and ensure proper connections. By maintaining the white with blue stripe color throughout the grounded portion of the circuit, the electrician can easily identify all the grounded conductors. This makes it easier to work on the circuit safely and efficiently. Furthermore, consider the documentation aspect. Electrical schematics and wiring diagrams are essential for understanding and maintaining electrical systems. These documents typically use color codes to identify different types of conductors. If the wire colors in the actual circuit do not match the colors in the documentation, it can create significant problems. Maintaining consistent wire colors, especially for grounded conductors, ensures that the documentation accurately reflects the actual wiring. This simplifies troubleshooting, reduces the risk of errors, and promotes overall system reliability. In summary, while NFPA 79 dictates the color of ungrounded and grounded direct current conductors, the best practice is to consistently use the white with blue stripe for grounded conductors throughout the entire circuit. This is regardless of switches, relays, or any device that the grounded conductor is connected to. This practice ensures clarity, reduces confusion, and promotes safety in electrical systems. Remember, proper wire identification is a fundamental aspect of electrical work. Adhering to established color codes and best practices is essential for creating safe and reliable electrical systems. Any deviation from these practices should be carefully considered and thoroughly documented to avoid potential problems. To further clarify the role of switches and devices in this context, it's important to remember that they are simply components that control the flow of current within the circuit. They do not change the fundamental nature of the conductor itself. A grounded conductor remains grounded, regardless of whether it passes through a switch or not. The switch simply opens or closes the circuit, allowing or preventing current from flowing. Consider a simple analogy. Imagine a water pipe that is connected to a water source. The water in the pipe remains water, regardless of whether it passes through a valve or not. The valve simply controls the flow of water through the pipe. Similarly, a grounded conductor remains grounded, regardless of whether it passes through a switch or not. The switch simply controls the flow of current through the conductor. It's also important to distinguish between grounded conductors and equipment grounding conductors. Grounded conductors, also known as neutral conductors, are part of the normal current carrying path in a circuit. They are intentionally connected to ground at the power source. Equipment grounding conductors, on the other hand, are not intended to carry current under normal conditions. They are used to provide a low impedance path back to the power source in the event of a fault. The color code for equipment grounding conductors is typically green or green with a yellow stripe. It's crucial to never use the white with blue striped color for equipment grounding conductors, as this could create a dangerous situation. In summary, when working with direct current circuits, always adhere to the following guidelines. Firstly, use blue for ungrounded conductors. Secondly, use white with a blue stripe for grounded conductors. And thirdly, use green or green with a yellow stripe for equipment grounding conductors. These color codes are essential for ensuring safety and preventing confusion. Let's explore some additional scenarios where this knowledge is crucial. Consider a situation where you are troubleshooting a direct current control circuit in an industrial setting. You notice that a particular component is not functioning correctly. To diagnose the problem, you need to trace the wiring and identify all the connections. If the wire colors are inconsistent or do not follow the standard color codes, it can make the troubleshooting process much more difficult. You might waste valuable time trying to figure out which wires are grounded and which are not. By adhering to the standard color codes, you can quickly and easily identify the different types of conductors and trace the circuit accurately. This can save you time, reduce the risk of errors, and help you resolve the problem more efficiently. Another important consideration is the impact of wire color on safety. In electrical systems, color codes are used to quickly identify different types of conductors and their functions. This is especially important in emergency situations. For example, if a fire breaks out in a building, firefighters need to be able to quickly identify and disconnect the power to the electrical system. If the wire colors are not standard or are inconsistent, it can make this process much more difficult and dangerous. By adhering to the standard color codes, you can help ensure that electrical systems are safe and easy to work on in all situations. In addition to the NFPA 79 and the NEC, other standards and regulations may also apply to wire color codes in specific applications. For example, some industries may have their own specific requirements for wire colors. It's important to be aware of all applicable standards and regulations and to ensure that you are following them correctly. When in doubt, always consult with a qualified electrical professional to ensure that you are using the correct wire colors and that you are complying with all applicable requirements. Let's delve into some specific examples of direct current circuits and how the wire color codes apply. Imagine a direct current power distribution system in a telecommunications facility. This system uses 48 volts direct current to power various pieces of equipment. The ungrounded conductors are typically blue, while the grounded conductors are white with a blue stripe. These color codes are used consistently throughout the facility to ensure that all personnel can easily identify the different types of conductors. Another example is a direct current control system in a robotic welding cell. This system uses 24 volts direct current to control the various functions of the robot. The ungrounded conductors are blue, while the grounded conductors are white with a blue stripe. These color codes are essential for ensuring that the robot operates safely and reliably. Consider a solar power system that generates direct current electricity from photovoltaic panels. The ungrounded conductors are blue, while the grounded conductors are white with a blue stripe. These color codes are used to connect the panels to the inverter, which converts the direct current electricity to alternating current electricity. The alternating current electricity is then used to power the building. One more scenario is an electric vehicle. The high-voltage direct current system in an electric vehicle uses blue for the ungrounded conductors and white with a blue stripe for the grounded conductors. These color codes are critical for ensuring the safety of the vehicle and its occupants. It is also important to note that the size of the wire is also an important consideration when selecting conductors for direct current circuits. The wire size must be appropriate for the amount of current that it will be carrying. If the wire is too small, it can overheat and cause a fire. The NEC provides tables that specify the allowable ampacities of different wire sizes. Always consult these tables to ensure that you are using the correct wire size for your application. In addition to wire color and size, other factors to consider when selecting conductors for direct current circuits include the insulation type, the voltage rating, and the environmental conditions. The insulation type must be appropriate for the voltage and temperature of the application. The voltage rating must be high enough to withstand the voltage of the circuit. The environmental conditions, such as temperature, humidity, and exposure to chemicals, must also be considered when selecting conductors. By carefully considering all of these factors, you can ensure that you are selecting the correct conductors for your direct current circuits. Always remember that electrical work can be dangerous. Only qualified personnel should perform electrical work. Always follow all safety precautions and wear appropriate personal protective equipment. If you are not sure about something, always ask for help. By following these guidelines, you can help ensure that electrical systems are safe and reliable. Now, let's address some common misconceptions about direct current wire color codes. One common misconception is that the white with blue stripe color is only required for grounded conductors that are connected to the neutral point of the power source. This is not correct. The white with blue stripe color should be used for all grounded conductors in the circuit regardless of their location. Another common misconception is that the blue color can be used for any ungrounded conductor, regardless of its function. This is also not correct. The blue color should only be used for ungrounded conductors that are part of the normal current carrying path in the circuit. Equipment grounding conductors should always be green or green with a yellow stripe. A third misconception is that wire color codes are not important. This is simply not true. Wire color codes are essential for ensuring safety, preventing confusion, and facilitating troubleshooting. Always adhere to the standard wire color codes when working with electrical systems. Remember that electrical safety is paramount. Always take the necessary precautions to protect yourself and others from electrical hazards. By following the guidelines outlined above, you can help ensure that electrical systems are safe, reliable, and easy to work on. These best practices have been developed to prevent electrical hazards. It is extremely important to take all appropriate safety measures. When dealing with electricity, remember to always disconnect the circuit and verify the circuit is disconnected using the proper lockout-tagout procedures and measuring devices. Also, wear appropriate PPE personal protective equipment. Finally, if you are not qualified, please do not attempt to perform the electrical work yourself. Contact a professional. Remember also that electrical codes vary from region to region. Always consult your local codes. The NEC and NFPA 79 were mentioned, but depending on where you are located, different codes might apply. It is important to always make sure that you are following all appropriate safety and code regulations.